Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole with MadeFromScrap, and today I'm going to do a walkthrough of this 8x8 album that I created using the Fall Breeze paper collection from Country Craft Creations. I also am using some of the Welcome Fall paper from Carta that's available also at Country Craft Creations. I used this pattern paper, and then I also used some of the Coordinating Colors cardstock. I used the Artisan Cardstock in the dark brown from Country Craft Creations for the construction of the album itself. And then I did some layering with this copper cardstock that's also available from Country Craft Creation, and some of the olive Artisan cardstock underneath. I lastly used some 100-pound white cardstock from my stash for some of the photo mat areas. I used a jelly roll pen for some of the faux stitching, some seam binding that's available at Country Craft Creation, which is in this beautiful rust color that matches this autumn collection. And then I also used a piece of this faux leather that is from my stash for just some decoration on the spine. So this spine I will be putting in the cut guide to be a 2-inch spine, just to give a little bit extra space on this album construction. There is still space in this construction as I made this prototype, but it is, I think, worthy of a little bit extra space so that we can put even more photos in it. This is an 8x8 size mini album, and I went ahead and did some fussy cutting after backing this image on some cardstock and popped it up on a couple of pieces of chipboard paper. This is the back of the album. It uses that Welcome Fall paper. And then of course I use this stamp that is given to me from a friend of mine. So here is my album. When you open this up, on the front cover and on the back cover, I have a gatefold style for this album. Again, I use the seam binding. If you don't care for seam binding in your albums, in the middle of them for the construction, you could always put 2 pieces of cardstock that would overlap in length and use a magnet for a closure or something of that effect. But this is the way that I chose to do this design. And I went ahead and backed some of the cut aparts from the collection, some paper piecing here with the border strip, and just created some spots for some photos and some journaling. This has the little angled pocket in the front, and then this gatefold opens up like so to reveal more of a large layout that you can go ahead and place your photos there, some journaling on the side if you wish. And I've only used about half of 1 sheet of the ephemera pieces from this collection. I have plenty of paper left to do another project. This in fact is what is remaining of my paper collection after this whole project, so I have quite a bit left, as you can see, and a couple of the sheets of the Welcome Fall that I went ahead and did that walkthrough from my last design team package haul. So I look forward to making a couple other projects with this. So again, that is the gatefold, and then this whole gatefold opens up like this as a page to reveal more space for photos. I have this flip that's on the left-hand side. There's a lot to go through, so I'm going to try to go through it a little bit fast. And then you have this long version of a flip here to reveal this last spot for some journaling or photos there before it again flips out just like so. This is a pocket that you can stuff in here, more photos, and I just did some paper piecing right there. I think I'm going to use some of the border strips and do a little bit more decoration there, but for the time being I do have this again with the seam binding. I've been closing it on the side just as a way to keep this closed without putting extra bulk in the center of the album. So I have 3 repeating pages here, and these pages are all pocket pages. So you have a large version, I think this is 7.5 inches in width, and then 7.25 inches in height. And you can make it 7.5 by 7.5 if you like to, but just the size that I chose, but that would fit. I did again some paper piecing here just to have it look like, you know, scrapbook style. And then I have it opening up here for the reveal of a couple more photo spots. And this again flips open so that you can take advantage of the beautiful images in this paper collection. There was just a very small strip that I ended up having to cut off of either end to get the majority of the image on here. So I really liked that. And then you turn over this page and you're going to see that there is a pocket here, so you can have a spot for some additional photos there. And then this flips open just like so, and you have another large area for a layout. Again, these are repeating pages, so I'm just going to show you that I use some of the ephemera for a little tuck spot. It opens up here, another little spot for a tuck spot there, and then this opens up again, and then I back this little ephemera piece up on some white cardstock there. So when you open this up, it is a beautiful spread from side to side. Okay. Turning this page over, this is what it looks like here, again with some paper piecing. This is one of the cut aparts. So this is large enough to fit 4 by 6 photos in these pockets. And then this will open up, and again, same thing, just barely had a piece that I had to trim off in order to get this beautiful image on this overall page. And then you have another little tuck spot that I did here with a mimicking corner pocket, another one of the cut aparts, and this is an ephemera piece to add on. You have that copper color cardstock there, and then when you open this up, you have this beautiful arrangement of fruits and flowers. And that blue is just so sharp. I love that. Back side of that second page, this is the way that I decorated it. Again, one of the cut aparts, so some more spot for a photo, and then beautiful spot here for some journaling if you like, or decoration. But again, this opens up. And I just did some paper piecing here to give 2 nice big spots for some photos to be placed there, and then you have a whole layout. Not sure how that ended up in my book, but this has a couple of the extra spots that I created for some photos, and another one of the cut aparts here in these angled pockets. And then again, I was just trying to take advantage of all of that paper by putting a nice little journaling area on the back side of what could be a bookmark there. Open this up, and again, this is a gatefold just like the front cover, and then this opens up here, and this opens up here on the back, so you have this beautiful spread, double spread. I did some paper piecing here, and then on this back side, this opens up this way, and it can open up this way again. So I just had it closed before like that, but it can open up and pull out. So it will close just like that. And I'll put these back in here. Give this a quick tie over to the side. And just like that, you have a beautiful Fall Breeze mini album. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough and look forward to making your version of this mini album coming soon. Look out for the cut guide. Happy crafting, you all. Bye.